Hi, hello, and welcome to my very first Minecraft Hardcore survival series. This is my first attempt at playing Minecraft Hardcore, let alone trying to film it. So, let's begin! Let's begin from breaking this tree I have spawned on. I need to get down to the ground somehow, and obtain my first tools. And meanwhile, let's speak a little bit about the seed. I really wanted my first hardcore world to be special, so I've chosen the seed that I will play on. Jungle is one of my favorite biomes in Minecraft, and being on an island as your first spawn seems exciting. So as soon as I found the seed that would spawn you on this small island with a jungle, I immediately fell in love. Also a small plot twist. A village, and not just any village. Zombie village. Having a village at a spawn is very useful, but in my opinion a little bit too easy. So having this zombie village on the edge of the jungle seemed absolutely perfect to me. So immediately I fell in love with this seed and decided to give it a go. So what are my goals for this world? First of all, survive, because dying will permanently delete this world, and I really don't want that. Second, advance, starting from these basic stone tools all the way to strongest possible OP items, and unlock as many achievements as possible. And the third one is to build, starting from simple farms all the way to OP farms and interesting builds. But these are all long-term goals, and I had to start from something simple. After exploring the village and grabbing few items that I needed, I decided to look around to see what lays nearby. Really close across the sea I have noticed a shipwreck. I immediately decided to check it out, because shipwrecks can provide you with up to 3 chests that have different items and treasures. Unfortunately for me, this one had only one chest, with nothing useful in particular, apart from this stylish leather cap. It would give me a bit of protection, better than nothing. Then I found this desert right across from my island. And although desert is not my favorite biome in Minecraft, but Minecraft in 1.18 has absolutely changed that. By introducing these new cave biomes, you can have this absolutely lifeless and boring biome on top, but underneath this lush and rich environment. And to me, this contrast looks very stunning. After having a short nap at the end of my first day, I found this mesa biome. It has exposed mineshaft, may come in handy soon, especially with this exposed spider spawner, and even more mineshafts around. I wasn't ready yet to explore them. It seemed pretty dark, but it's so close to my island, I can come back as soon as I'm properly equipped. I have begun to enrich the life on this island by feeding these piggies. I didn't want to encage them. Look at those cuties. After all, they can't escape. It's an island. I have chosen one of the empty houses as my temporary shelter, repaired it a little bit, cleaned up the spider web, and also I can use the string afterwards. I added some lights outside to make it a little bit more safe. So now it's my house. It's quite small, but enough for the beginning, before I'm able to build my own house. Unless, of course, I die. In the ocean around my base there was a bunch of exposed coal. It was very easy to collect it using this door method. You just place a door and you can mine no problem. Also, I found a little bit of exposed iron. Not much, but enough to get me started. For a bucket and a shield, 2 of the most necessary things in Minecraft Hardcore. I used 2 strings that I found in my house to craft a fishing rod. I have noticed some cats running around, so I needed some fish. I fed it to this cat and now I have a cat. And also parrot. And another parrot. Playing in single player may get quite lonely, so I needed some pets to help me along the way. And eventually I want to get them all. Of course, what's Minecraft without mining? First, I decided to go to level 15 to get some iron. Stone tools are just not so great. I found a bunch of coal, but not so much iron. Maybe eventually I will be able to find mountain or iron ore vein, for better results. I mined for a while and got carried away, so I didn't notice it was night and this happened. A creeper right outside my door. Don't worry, cats and parrots. I'll defend you. I took the fight. And I won. Yep, it was the most covered way to fight. But look, I'm alive. I could finally gear up with iron armor and defend myself as needed. Also, I would like to mention that I was using more mob heads resource pack to potentially get a lot of mob heads, obviously. Anyway, I love to explore in Minecraft, so I went for an adventure. Now I was wearing this iron armor and I wanted to approach this cave. Immediately I got attacked by all kinds of mobs. I lost so many hearts so fast. I really thought I would die. But I got some slimes and decided to retreat. I knew I needed diamond, I needed netherite. Eventually I stumbled across this quite nice and big village. And it wasn't far from my base at all. It had many supplies that I could borrow and turn my empty zombie village to actual village. Close by I found second village that was really close to this huge mesa biome. I could get all the terracotta I need from here, and I think it looks just amazing. After exploring this second village for a little bit, I've climbed the highest tower and attempted this MLG trick that every Minecraft pro knows. I nailed it. Completely nailed it. Right? Right. Then I proceeded to scam some villagers by selling them their own wheat. Thank you, good sir. I used those emeralds to buy iron axe from the local weaponsmith. Couldn't afford more right now. I grabbed a bucket of lava from the nearby lava pool. May come in handy soon. Also, I proceeded to gather some supplies. So now I was completely ready to go for another session of mining. This time I wanted to go all the way to the bottom of the world, where you can find a lot of diamonds. It was about time I got some. But on the way I got interrupted by this very nice cave that I thought will be very interesting to explore. Seemed to have a mineshaft, but then this happened. Yep, that was a very stupid move, but look, I didn't die. Let's call it a success. I proceeded to gather all the resources I could find on my way. I proceeded to explore this mineshaft and didn't find anything useful. But hey, everything matters in the beginning of the game. Since I didn't have much luck with mining, I decided to start with some farms. I decided to start with iron farm. In my opinion, it's one of the most OP farm in the game. I went with a very simple design that didn't require much supplies. I followed Shulkecraft tutorial. It's very easy. I made sure to build this farm in my spawn chunks. It makes farm permanently loaded, even if you're far away. So no matter where I am in the world, it would always work. Continuous income of iron is absolutely essential, especially in the beginning of the game. Building iron farm is easiest way to achieve it. Potentially I could expand this farm to be more productive. But first I needed to kidnap some villagers from nearby village. Hello dear sir, would you like to live in a small glass box, constantly scared by zombie? Yep. I modified farm a little bit. Instead of the composters, I placed blast furnace, smithing table and grindstone. This will make villagers inside the farm trade iron for emeralds and emeralds for diamond tools. But first, I needed to get villagers. And then this glitch happened. The villager was just gone? Very weird glitch. I don't know, has it ever happened to you? Let me know. I needed to kidnap even more villagers, and then I noticed this. Previous villager was there. Safe and sound. Very weird. I will let him be for now. I needed to finish the farm, so I proceeded to unpack my new villager from the boat. And this happened again. Come on. At least the other villager was back. I think the reason was that I was playing on a server that was running on paper. The connection was weak and unreliable, and sometimes it was very slow. That's why I moved my world to the computer. Of course I have potato computer, but it was much better than before, and I installed Fabric to improve performance. Funnily enough, I found this villager who disappeared. He was on the bottom of the sea and turned to zombie villager. It was very weird, but hey, I could use him in the farm. After successfully capturing him, the iron farm was basically ready. Just a few last touches, so after placing water and lava, it immediately started to produce iron golems that would melt and turn into iron ingots. And poppies. It's a little bit sad, but very productive. While my farm is running, I had this amazing opportunity to travel around the world and explore. I sailed across the seas, and soon I found the shipwreck. It seemed pretty intact, and inside it had real treasure. Diamond! It was my very first diamond in this world. It made me so happy. First diamond. Now I'm actually rich. Look at me. I'm rich. You cannot convince me otherwise. Now nothing could stop me, and I am very determined to find more diamonds. Other two chests on this boat were not so impressive, but I'll take it. Exploring Minecraft worlds in the survival is already very rewarding, and I just enjoy wandering around. What's important, while I was exploring, my iron farm was actually working. Look at them, running around. Stonks! I was ready to trade all of the iron back to the villagers. Same villagers who produced it, and get in return these really nice diamond tools. Now I could return to mining and be more efficient. I was really inspired to find even more diamonds. This time I actually went to level -59. That's where the most diamonds can be found, all the way at the bottom of the world. I didn't need to spend any diamonds for these tools, thanks to my iron farm and the villagers who would gladly trade me all the iron for these tools. I made a strip mine, down at the bedrock level. I created big corridors and then branched out every 3 blocks, and of course light it up. And after long digging, I finally found diamonds! Just 1 diamond? Are you kidding me? 1 diamond block. 1 diamond block. After digging for so much. So long. I had no choice but to trade all the armor that I needed from the villagers. Armorer has sold me very nice diamond boots with feather fallen 3. Very useful. Also, I got even more tools, since I used pickaxe pretty much during the mining session. And not long after, I powered up this armorer, so he could provide me with whole diamond armor. Not too bad if you ask me. Just need a bit of iron trading to afford it. So after a bunch of trading, I was able to purchase the whole diamond outfit. I felt far more safe than I have ever felt before. I was ready to take on more adventures, now that I got some protection. Of course, eventually I will get better enchantments on this armor. Trading has provided me with some levels, so I used it to combine this helmet, to improve it a little bit. The enchantments on my armor are quite mixed, and far from highest level. But I'm not complaining. It's not perfect, but it's very decent start. At this point, I have survived about 35 days in Minecraft Hardcore. It's 1/3 on the way to achieve 100 days. I've got so many ideas I want to implement, and wearing this armor gives me hope that I can actually do it. Please tune in if you want to see more of Minecraft Hardcore. Bye!